Welcome back to Wealth Mentor Pro. Today, I want to take you on a journey that may sound simple on the surface, but in reality, it became one of the most eye-opening financial experiments of my life. I called it my Minimalism Challenge. 1 month, 500 euros less in expenses, no luxury purchases, and what happened next surprised even me. Later in this video, I'll share the single moment where I almost gave up, and why that moment revealed more about my relationship with money than any spreadsheet ever could. When I started this challenge, I thought it would be just about numbers. Cut 500 euros, track the savings, done. But very quickly, I realized it was more like climbing a mountain. Each day felt like a new ridge, a new test of endurance, and every temptation was like loose gravel trying to pull me down. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain with a backpack that's too heavy. That's how my spending felt before this challenge. Money slipping through my fingers, weight piling onto my shoulders. But with each step upward, each choice to say no to something I didn't need, that backpack got lighter. The rules were simple. No luxury spending. No impulse purchases. No just because coffees. No late-night online shopping sprees. Only essentials. It reminded me of leveling up in a video game where every resource counts. You can't just throw coins at random upgrades. You have to strategize, plan, and make every move with intention. And just like in gaming, the first level feels deceptively easy. Week 1 of my challenge was smooth sailing. I cooked at home, I skipped delivery, I made my morning coffee instead of buying it on the go. It felt empowering, but then came the boss levels. Week 2 hit me like facing a final boss with no armor. Invitations to dinner. Ads everywhere screaming for my attention. Friends telling me about new gadgets they bought, new sneakers, new experiences. The fear of missing out hit hard. FOMO isn't just a buzzword, it's a chain that keeps you spending. Studies show that one of the biggest drivers of unnecessary purchases is the social comparison trap. We spend not because we need, but because others spend. And here I was, trying to break those chains. There was one night in particular I'll never forget. A Friday evening. My friends were going out, planning dinner at a nice restaurant followed by cocktails. The old me would have jumped right in, swiping my card without thinking twice. But this time, I paused. I asked myself, is this about connection or consumption? So instead, I invited a couple of them over. I cooked pasta, opened a bottle of wine I already had at home, and we laughed just as much, maybe even more, without the 40 euro bill at the end. That night showed me that saving isn't about cutting joy, it's about cutting noise. By week 3, the cravings for little luxuries hit even harder. Walking past shops, seeing that jacket I needed, scrolling online and spotting the latest tech. It felt like training for a marathon. Your legs want to quit, your lungs are burning, but you keep going because the finish line is there. Every purchase I didn't make became like another mile under my belt. Painful, but progress. Debt feels like drowning, but discipline feels like breaking the surface and taking a deep breath of fresh air. The real breakthrough came when I started noticing my mindset shifting. Before this challenge, I often justified expenses with lines like, I deserve this, or it's just a small treat. But now I realized that every euro I didn't spend wasn't just money saved, it was money earned. Research shows that people who consciously track their spending save up to 30% more than those who don't. It's not just about deprivation, it's about awareness. Your wallet tells the truth about your habits. By the end of the month, the numbers told their own story. 500 euros not spent. 500 euros that used to vanish on things I couldn't even remember a week later. 500 euros that now represented opportunity, whether for investing, saving, or simply building a cushion that gave me peace of mind. And here's the crazy part. I didn't feel like I lost anything. Instead, I felt lighter, freer, more in control. The challenge didn't take away, it gave. But the true lesson wasn't the money. It was the realization that minimalism is less about sacrifice and more about clarity. It's about asking, does this expense serve me or does it own me? It's like facing a final boss in a game. You realize the weapons you thought you needed were just distractions. The real power comes from discipline, focus, and strategy. So, what's the big takeaway? Financial freedom isn't always about earning more. Sometimes it's about needing less. Every luxury skipped was a brick removed from the wall between me and freedom. and every euro saved was a brick laid on the path toward it. Now, as we close, let me bring you back to that mountain. At the start, the climb looked impossible. The weight of habits, the pull of temptations, the fear of missing out, all of it felt like chains holding me down. But step by step, choice by choice, I climbed. And when I reached the top, the view wasn't just 500 euros saved, it was proof that I had the strength to control my money instead of letting my money control me. This was Wealth Mentor Pro, and I hope my minimalism challenge has shown you what's possible when you decide to rewrite your story with money. The journey doesn't end here. In the next video, we'll take these lessons further and explore how to turn saved money into invested money, because saving is just the first step, but growth is where freedom truly begins.